really hard. Y'all have to let me know if this rain is like horrendous. It probably is. It's been starting and stopping. No ember mug and no thermos. We got the tap water in the smart water bottle. So how bad does the rain sound? Because it's pretty loud in here. What's up, Sunway? What's up, Jeff Cole? Raining hard there, question mark. Yeah. Yeah, it's been going in and out, so hopefully it's going to calm down here in a second. We'll see, but nothing I can do about it. What's up, Sam Lee, Vegan, TPG, Contreras, the captain. Noticeable, but not enough. I tried to put my mic closer to my mouth. I'm going to try something real fast, too, because one of these two colors is noise canceling, and I'm not sure which one it is, so I'm going to press the button and switch to green and see if that makes any difference. Boom, find the button. So that's green. Rain better or worse? We'll see what that does. I don't know which. I never did look in the instructions to see which one's which. So the green is better for the rain sound. That's what I'm at now. Abraham said, holy crap, it made a difference. I've been using the blue the whole time. The green might be the better setting, but I always leave it on blue. Much better. Good, good. Yeah, I was worried about it. It's been raining all day ever since this afternoon. I'm like, man, the one day it's going to rain is the day that I was going to do a live. Before we get started, Clint Cole that's in here, his wife, Erica Cole, so we're going to give her a shout out. She is battling, I wrote it down because I knew I'd mispronounce it, but stage 3B spindle cell sarcoma, and she has started treatments, so wanted to give her a shout out. Everybody, if you're a praying person, make sure that you pray for her. We also want to wish her well wishes, and then also tell her that, you know, you're going to beat it. So don't think that you're not going to beat it. So just stay positive. Hope that your treatments and everything go well. So I want to give her a shout out for that. Again, all y'all think about her as well. Let's see, warm bowl of soup and alive. Nice way to end a rainy day. Yeah, warm bowl of soup does sound pretty good. It's not as cold right here, like here in the last, today it was actually pretty cold, but it's going to get really loud now. It's raining like crazy. Clint said thank you. Like I said, there ain't nothing I can do about it. I'm planning on building a building around my building. One of these days, I won't have to deal with this. I'll go ahead and do the giveaway first. That way we can knock it out. And then I've got a few questions for some stuff on like the Klein pencil and stuff like that. And I'll go over those and then we'll just chat it up for a little while. As long as the noise isn't like horrendous, y'all can let me know if it gets way too bad. And then if it's way too bad, I'll just do the giveaway now, and then I can go inside or something, and we can do a live from inside inside my house. I'm gonna get y'all moved over here to the TV. So again, in case you haven't taken part in a giveaway of mine, basically you have to comment on the video, put the hashtag. This one was SnapCon. It's always something different. And as long as it's on there somewhat, some way, you know, it don't have to be spelled. As long as we can tell that you tried to do it, because the whole purpose of it isn't just because I want you to put that hashtag in there. It's so that because some of you might have already gotten a hold of a pair and you don't want to get a pair, or you don't even want them to begin with. And then if you just want to comment, you still don't have to put that hashtag. It just lets me know that somebody actually wants it that's going to win it, because I think the very first giveaway I didn't do that. And then whoever it was that won it said, don't worry about it. I don't really need it. You can give it to somebody else. Well, at that point, I've already done a live and given it away. You know, it'd be hard to do it again and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I decided to start doing that. So that's the only reason why really that's even in there. So I'm going to pick this. We'll do the random comment generator. It's going to pull a comment out. I take out duplicates, so it's really only one entry per person. And let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh, and I'll keep drawing until I find somebody that's got that SnapCon, you know, in there. So I'm going to get y'all over here. Also, is it mirrored again, or is it fixed this time? Y'all didn't say anything, so does everything look right to you guys? there wasn't a setting to change. I don't know if it was just something with YouTube. So the picture is still reversed. So yeah, I don't know how to, I'm gonna flop y'all around the other way then, and we'll see, because I'll just stop using this side. There's no setting for me to change. It's fine. So everything is backwards. Okay. It's something in YouTube. Oh, I left this thing down, so I'm gonna move y'all over here. So it should be right. And whenever I go back, I'll try to get it set up to where I can use this side of the camera. I'm gonna swap y'all over to this other one and get a better. Yeah, the rain's been crazy today. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on that. So the picture's right now, like the lettering's right. That's my other camera. It should be right on that one. But it's something going on with YouTube. It's not anything in my settings. I'll turn off these one lights that are glaring too. All right. So we're gonna go and copy this URL. Again, filter duplicate users. That way everybody's only in at one time. The only thing I don't know how this would work would be that if somebody, so in this instance, just so I guess in the future, because sometimes people comment twice on a video, you need to make sure you put the hashtag in every one of your comments, because for some reason it might pick, if it filters out one, it would filter out one that you had a hashtag in, one that you didn't. So number of winners 1, show random names. We'll do 43 seconds. 2 plus 9, so 11. So we'll see how many we got. So 207, I think that's the most we've ever had on one of these. And here we go. And it is raining like crazy. I'm pretty sure that he didn't put the SnapCon in there, because I remember his comment. He said, "Good luck to the winner." I'm gonna go double check it and make sure, but I think that let me go to it and see. I think we'll be drawing again, because I'm pretty sure his comment, I think he basically just gave the video a like. Just got mine from the back of the store. So good luck to the winner. So again, that's the whole reason why I do the hashtag, because in this case, he didn't want to win it. He wanted to let somebody else win it. So we'll go draw another one. So I'm gonna do pick another winner. And we'll do it again. Yeah, see that exact reason that's the whole reason why I did the hashtag. I know I'm gonna be in a big comment hole by the time I get done with this. Let's see, Mustang. I don't think he did either because he didn't like the fact there were several people who were gung ho about hating the fact that they were Harbor Freight and made in China and all that other stuff. I think he's one of those. Let's see what his comment said. Yeah, so he didn't have SnapCon in his either. So we'll pick another one. Yeah, he was pretty mad about it, about the whole icon. What's up, Silent Gamer? There we go. KG4 GAV SnapCon. Yeah, I could really use a pair of these. Thanks for all your videos. So that'll be the winner, KG4 GAV. I'll end up messaging you on your comment and give you my email address. I'll have you email me and then I'll give you a word to put back in the comment. But let me get y'all flipped around here. I'm actually going to leave y'all like this since it's not mirrored. All right. Well, in order for it to not be mirrored, I'm not going to be able to see the comments on that. So I'm just going to have to pay more attention on this. I can barely even hear myself. So hopefully y'all can hear me better than I can hear myself. I'm going to turn this Wi-Fi off on this thing. All right, Matt says you can hear me fine. Rain's actually not bad. I mean, that is crazy. Then this thing must really do some good noise canceling. Because, like I said, I'm probably even yelling. It's so loud. What's up, Robert? So the captain, that was fun. I'm going to leave the stream on low volume to get to my class. Bruce Gear, congratulations. That's crazy. We went through 3 of them. Yeah, the Mustang guy was, which there was 4 or 5 people who commented about the fact that they're made in China or whatever, which they're actually made in Taiwan, not made in China, but Killtronics didn't comment on it, so good for the winner. He already bought a pair. I'm going to try to get caught up real fast. Wow, is that rain noise? Thomas Brown said, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, if y'all can hear me at all, then the noise canceling on this must be pretty good. Like I said, I was going to go ahead and come out and do the giveaway because it's just easier. I've got this set up this way. And then if it was too loud, I was just going to go in the house and do a different live. Yeah, it makes me mad that there's, like I said, there's no setting for the mirrored. And I know that it's not my phone because after the last stream, I just recorded myself and went back and checked it, and it was everything shows up the way it's supposed to. Like as far as my camera, my phone recording, it's just something to do with the YouTube Live. It's not reversing it. Hi from Germany. Shumi 2002 said. Woodchuck said rain is crazy loud. Oh, yeah, and it literally got worse at like 6:30 my time when I started this. Like it was a little bit slow. Hopefully it's going to slow down. Was able to order the climb bags and the Vessel Galaxy balls online. Can't wait. What are you drinking out of this evening? I'm just drinking smart water, which is actually tap water. Abraham Perez knows what's up. Bruce Algier says he's got the climb pencil. That's something I was going to show tonight. I had a couple questions, and I didn't even think about it. You know, me showing in there that it was a little bit harder to get in and out. So I had 2 questions on that. Find them, pull them up. So this is going to be really hard. I might have to come around and do it this way because I won't be able to see what y'all are seeing. 3-Phase asked, does the holder for the Klein holder stay in the pocket when removing the pencil, or do they come out together? Because again, it fits so tight. And then also iGaming0217 said, does the Klein pencil holder pull out of the pocket when you try to take out the pencil? And the pair of pants I had on the other day in my video was like a pair of Carhartt type pants, and I put it down in my pocket and it was fine. It was pulling it out. And I also had like a thicker shirt on and it was fine. But if I put it in, man, what'd I do with it? Oh, it's in my pocket. Yeah. If I put it in my shirt pocket, and again, this is going to be hard because I can't see what I'm doing. Let's see. I can watch it on this, I guess. It's a little bit of a delay. So in here, because this is so hard to pull out, you know, it's got that snap to it. It does, like this shirt is really slick, and the whole thing's pulling out. So that's kind of a downer. But it all really depends on the material. It's not the same. And then in an MP pouch, so like if you click it and get it down on there real well, actually that only kind of grabs 2 teeth. So if you get it all the way down in something, if you've got something where it can go all the way down and get to where you're up on there, then it doesn't typically pull out. So you need to have either a pocket deep enough for all the teeth to engage. You need basically all these teeth to engage, or else, because if you only kind of get the bottom one, it'll pull out on you. So like right here in this pocket, I can only get it down on a couple, and if it's snapped in there hard, every now and then you might pull out the whole thing like that. So because they made that so tight, which you could probably, if you really wanted to, it's a little lip right here. If you took some sandpaper and went around that, you might could get it to where it's not snapping in and out like that. I might actually try that. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it because I don't like that. Let me grab them. See. I'm going to try sanding some of this down. I don't like how tight that is myself. It's a little bit too tight. And it may just, I only got this one pencil. I don't know if they all do it or not. So depending upon how you're going to use this, you may want to think about that before you open the package. Now see that it comes out, and I'd have to work on it for a while to get that off. But yeah, unless you get it on all the teeth, you get it all the way in something, then it's fine. So just a heads up on that. Check out the chat. We're all losers. What's up, Jeremy? Look at the Hercules 25 tape at Harbor Freight. I bought one. It is very heavy, I'm assuming, maybe. I saw where Ox, the tool Ox, the brand. I got a pencil of theirs. I don't think I've got it in here, though. They sent me out a thing. They've got a Kickstarter or something going for this tape measure thing, but it's not really a tape measure. It's a stick. They've got one that goes up to 12 feet and one that goes up to 8 feet, but you can basically, so like if you were a cabinet installer or something like that, basically it's a adjustable thing that as you move it to the corner or whatever, it really lets you get really good measurements. It looked pretty neat. Made heavily. Silent Gamer, you're welcome. That may loosen up over time, break it in, so to speak. I think so too, and matter of fact, like the more I even sit there and just do it over and over again, it almost feels like to me it's getting a little bit better. Like I said, I'll probably take something and shave mine down some. But if whatever you're sticking it in, you get it up to that, it does pretty good. But it's still nothing like the Pika just comes out really easy. It does seem like that pencil, the Klein pencil, like the mechanical part of it and everything works really good though. No, you'll avoid the warranty. MP1X will hold it then. Been using it a lot at work lately, using it instead of my whole belt setup. Yeah, I probably use my MP pouches more than I use anything, even my bags and stuff anymore. And I've got over here, I don't have to worry about showing you my board because there's no answer on it for guest to trade because I didn't know. I got plywood left over from different stuff, and I got a little bit of scrap still left over from that, although I did use up some of that for a job Miss Maintenance had me do in the house. I am going to pull the stuff out of the back seat of my truck and redo the drawers and all that at some point in time. I don't think I'm going to have time this weekend, though. But I'm going to do, I'll kind of sketch it out here. So, and I can't walk out there and show you. You just have to, if you've seen the back seat of my truck, I've got the green drawers that I built a long time ago with my back seat in there. So they were built around my back seat. And then I've got my pack out drawers on both sides, and but they're facing out. So instead, I'm going to build two wider drawers. They'll be like 20 inches wide. I'm going to have two of those, and I'm going to run them the whole entire length of my back seat. And I'm going to make it so that if I open up my driver door or my passenger door, I can pull those drawers out from either side. So basically I can pull out the drawer all the way on my driver's side or my passenger side. And the reason why I'm doing that is because in my truck, if I park beside somebody or somebody even pulls up next to me while I'm working, there's been times where I went out to get something out of my truck and they're so close to me that I can't open my door all the way. It makes it really hard for me to get my stuff out. That'll give me the option to get it out on both sides. And then on the top, I'm going to take that platform all the way back to the back. And then I'm going to turn my pack out drawers the other way to where the drawers will slide out this way. And then I'll have this whole open spot, right here for whatever I want to. And then I'll still have some cubby space back in here. But I'm going to redo it all. It should give me a lot more room and more storage because I should be able to fit 4 pack out drawers systems. I've only got 3 in there right now. And then I'll have 2 20-inch wide drawers, which is wider than any of my drawers inside my green box right now. And they're going to go like 48 inches deep, whereas I only got like 24 inches deep now. So I'm actually going to have, even though I'm losing a drawer out of that 3 drawers that I have, they're both of my drawers are going to be bigger and longer than the ones that I got. So I'm planning on doing that. Matt's trying to bury me in the chat. I think I already am buried. I feel like Ox was hot for a little while and then calmed down. I've only bought that pencil. I haven't bought any of their tools, but that measurement stick they've got, it's not going to be a for everybody thing, but there's so many things that I do that it would be extremely useful for me. I'll probably it's in a Kickstarter or something rather. I don't know when they're going to put it out. I saw somebody, I think it was Clint Cole, said something about the Klein 12-inch pliers or something. Yeah, I see Klein has a 12-inch pliers wrench and also new quick adjusting pliers. They've also got a new like set of the adjustable ones that go from the pipe wrench to the pliers wrench that a lot of people didn't like. They've got them in different sizes now too. I saw that. You're late. Have to go back and watch as I ordered the Klein pencil. All it was Mac. It was since this is so tight. If you don't get it in like it works fine. Like I had on some Carhartt type pants and I had it in my pants pocket because sometimes that's where I end up putting my pencil while I'm working if I'm not wearing like my vest or anything like that. It was fine. I didn't have a problem with the holder pulling out. But like a slick shirt like this one, if you put it in there and you don't have it buried somewhere like that, get this out. It's hard to get these out if you only have it part of the way in somewhere and you're not catching on all the teeth. Sometimes your holder is going to come out with it because it's so tight. I'm going to sand mine down some and just get rid of the little ridges that's making it snap. But if whatever you're putting it in, if you're burying it in there, it's not a big deal. The other question I had, let me go ahead and knock these out. Let's see what else I had. It might have been this was, I don't like not being able to see, but I know it's weird to see stuff backwards. Put the icon in the middle position, close the handles, and look at the tips. They are offset. That was William XMR and what he's talking about. Since I can't see, I'm going to come around here. If you put these icons in the middle position and close them, let's see, you can see the tip right there gets a little long, and that's because in order for these jaws to stay parallel, they kind of have to shift to be able to make that happen. So he was wondering if that was normal or if there's something wrong with them. But on my snap-ons, if I put those in the middle position and close them, I get that same offset. It might not be as much. Let me see. Yeah, it's identical. It's pretty much the same. So it's normal. It's nothing. So if you got yours and you were wondering that, it's normal. Like I said, I'm sure it's because the jaws, in order to stay parallel, they kind of got to shift in the depth a little bit. Let's see. I saw the aux, thought it was a level 2, maybe good for a plate level. I want to see more of it. Yeah, it's actually some sort of a measurement tool. I thought the same thing too. I thought it was like my Stabilo plate level it extends and lets me get. It might have a level on it too, though. I don't know if it does or not. I didn't look at it. I was only kind of reading a little glimpse of it. Do a live stream when you when you build it. It depends on what all kind of time because I was thinking about, do I need to film it while I'm doing it or just need to film it at the end of it? It depends on how much time I have, because if it's one of those where I just I've got today to do it and that's it, to get my tools back in my truck type thing. But what I'm planning on doing next week, I don't have any service stuff, and even if I do, it's always, like I said, for the most part, I can schedule it out a day to where I can come home and get tools. So I think I'm going to empty my back seat next week and only put the stuff that I'm using at that apartment job, because that's primarily where I'm going to be working. And then I'll just put stuff in my truck as I need it instead of having all that stuff with me. And I can fix most things with my tool bag. It's just sometimes it's not ideal, but he better drive the spindles off that truck for all the custom mods he's done. So I got all my plywood. I'll basically have $100 in it to do it, other than like the tools to actually do it with and all that kind of stuff. But materials wise, as a matter of fact, I don't even think I'm going to have that, because a lot of this plywood I've got left over from jobs. So I'm pretty much all I'm going to have is plywood. I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to put drawer slides on, because again, I want it to be able to slide all the way out basically. Even if I want to, I can take the drawer out and set it on my tailgate at that point. But really, mostly I'm just doing that so I can take it out both sides, because again, that's been one issue I've had, being that my truck doors open the way they do. If someone parks super close to me, sometimes it's very hard for me to get my stuff out of one side. So that'll make it to where I have that option. I think I'm going to try putting, I was going to just put wax and stuff on the bottom of the drawer so it'll slide easy, which it's really, I got good plywood. It's not like rough plywood. Stuff's going to be pretty slick. But I think I'm going to try putting LVT flooring on the bottom of my drawer and in the bottom of the thing that the drawer goes in, and see if that makes it slide a little bit better. Sounds like your rain has slowed down a little bit. We're trying to load a pack out box in my passenger front door. I parked very far from the closest car. A guy pulled up and parked right next to me. I was worried he was casing me for the tools. Yeah, I don't worry about it. Like, I don't worry about it where I live. For one, I got cameras everywhere, and it dings at me like crazy if anything walks in front of it. But also where I live, nobody does that kind of stuff. And then where I work at, for the most part, none of the neighborhoods I work in, and none of the big places I'm working at, and for the most part, I'm never parked really far away from my, like, wherever it is that I'm working at most of the time. But yeah, you think about that whenever you got Milwaukee stuff just glaring like in every single one of your windows, which I've got really dark tint, and I've actually got like those some things blocking my back door windows where you can't see in unless you really, really look. Pump out them knockoffs, LOL Klein. Joey has to try a tracer one of these days. Yeah, I think that's one of the few I haven't picked up. Big ice raid today at one of my customer work sites. Anyone else seen this near them? No, it hadn't happened near me yet. Some way, what do y'all think about Milwaukee suing Klein over mod boxes? Which they've won some lawsuits from other people, and people settled out of court and different things with them and stuff too. But I don't see how you can really. It's like I said, it's not like they're identical. I have not heard about ICE activity. Abraham said ICE is crazy around Dallas, Fort Worth. How do you like the spider shirt you're wearing compared to the shacket? So this one's not insulated. This one's but it's still a slick material. So like, I think this one's $19.99. Again, I've not owned a True Work shirt, but that's kind of, whenever I saw it, that's what it kind of looked like to me. And I thought, the only thing I wish they would make, like, if this shirt had the same snap buttons on it like the shacket does, like these are actually like, you gotta button them, those kind of things. I love that about that shacket, because if I get hot, I just unsnap it and take it off. It's really easy to take it off. So if they made like short sleeve versions of this, and then also had the snap buttons on it, man, I would buy the fire out of them if they made those. But they don't have short sleeve in this brand. I couldn't find it if they do, but I like this for $19.99. It's a really nice shirt. Like, this material, I walked in the rain to come out here, and the water was just beading off of it. Brian says it's getting a little heavy in here, talking about all the ice. I was surprised to see the lawsuit, to be honest. It's not like Milwaukee hasn't copied some of the, that's what I was thinking about, the Milwaukee suing Klein over the pack out and all that stuff. But it's like, but then I just saw Milwaukee's GFCI tester and that, circuit breaker finder, which, those things are all made at the same factory and all that. So it's whatever. I'm sure they don't have a some kind of patent or something on that to where that basically that factory just makes it for those people. That factory's probably whoever has the patent on it. They just throw their names on it. But the all those new electrical tools that just came out of Milwaukee, where Klein has had those, or you got the little ratchet tool that's like the Klein thumb ratchet deal, but it's got the clip on it instead. How similar are all those? Clint Cole said like and subscribe. Yeah, we did get to the 800 likes on that. I don't know what it ended up being. I didn't check it before I came out here. We hit 800 like on Monday or something like that. I was a little bit curious at first because it was going up really fast, and I told Miss Maintenance, like, shoot, we might have 800 likes before like the first day or whatever, but it slowed down. Like after it hit about 500 or 600, it started only being like a 20 or so more a day. How do you find most of your work? Jacob Schmidt said, people call me and that's it. I don't, customers give my names to other people. So for service work, that's pretty much all it is I've got customers, they give their number out to all their neighbors and their friends. They give my number out, and then I've got other subcontractors, other like electricians and plumbers and all that stuff that's all done work for me over the course of time, whether it was while I was a facilities manager or while I was in commercial construction. And so now they know I'm out on my own. So anytime they're at a job doing, whether they're an electrician and they're doing electrical work, plumber and they're doing plumbing work, but there's some other aspect of the job that needs to be done, they give out my name. Just stuff like that. That's pretty much it. I don't hand out business cards. I don't do Facebook. I don't have my phone number on my truck. I don't do any of that stuff because I don't want those people. I don't want to just be a free estimate guy where I'm going around giving people estimates all the time. I want somebody who's calling me to do work. They're calling me because they want me to do work. When you work by yourself 100%, you don't have time to be a free estimate guy. If you do that all the time, you're not gonna make it. What's up, Terry Burton? Awesome. 2025, Joey gets a van. I'm assuming that's rake, maybe batting. Hopefully not. If something happens to my truck, yeah, but hopefully not. I hope my truck lasts for a while. You gonna buy the new Vito SC45? I won't buy it. If it so happens to be the free thing of whenever I buy a bag, I'll get one. But it's not something that like I need or anything like that. Because the little pouch that's on it, I mean, I've got every MP pouch that there is, pretty much, except for the MP3. So the little pouch that comes with that, and even the little pouch that comes with the SPMC, I don't really need those, but I'll take them if it's the free bag. I'm wondering if it will fit a meter in it. Which one's that? Oh, David, the SC45. Yeah, I don't know how big the actual pouch itself is. It didn't look like it was super tall compared to that small pouch that was on it, so I don't know that it would, because I would assume that pouch that's on it's probably, a lot like one of these, and it didn't look like it was a whole lot bigger than that as far as height wise. I think the height's probably what's going to get you, but it's probably got my catalog's out there in my truck, or I go get it and see if it had the measurements on it, but I don't really feel like getting wet. SC45 for tier 2 and tier 1 was the bigger bag with the pouch. That's what I think it's going to be. I think the SC45 will be the tier 2 bag, and then the SPMC, I think that's going to be the tier 1. Saw someone say Milwaukee might lose customers over the lawsuit. I don't think so. People are heavily invested in their products. Yeah, nobody really cares about people's lawsuits. Just picked up the Milwaukee breaker finder and pigtail set. Works good. I'm hoping that small pouch will be perfect for my vessel USB and bits. Max says I'm learning to be better at turning down work. It's very hard for me too, and it's not even because it's not turning down work that well, it is stuff that I don't want to do, but it's hard for me because usually every time I go to somebody's house, it's almost 90% of the time that they say, I just can't even get somebody to come out here and look at it. And that's how hard up everybody is for finding people to do work in my area. That's why I said you don't have to give out your phone number and all that stuff. It's like there's plenty of work out there. But I don't want to do whatever it is because I don't really have time to, because I'm booked out pretty far or whatever. And it might be something where to me it's just not efficient for a one-person crew to do, like, you know, remodel a bathroom or something like that. Like I went to a lady's house the other day. She called me and said that her outside of her shower door was soft, like she felt when she stepped on it, it was soft. And I said, what kind of floor do you have in your shower? And she said it was a tile floor. And I was like, well, I said, it's probably not going to be good. I said, I won't have time to do that kind of work right now. I said, but I don't care to come look at it for you. I'll come out there and look at it and tell you what I think it is. So I drove out there, I crawled in her crawl space and went under and looked at the subfloor and could see where it was. And it was actually, I don't think it's her tile floor was leaking in her shower. I think it's all the water was coming out over her curb, and over time it had softened it up. But where the water damage was on her plywood, it was going to be going underneath of her shower eventually. And she had another bathroom that backed up the side of it where that water was going into that one too. You could see it on the subfloor. So really, to really fix it, she's going to have to gut both her bathrooms. That's just not an efficient thing for a one person to do, unless that's all you're doing. Like if you say I'm scheduled out for, you know, X amount of weeks, almost 2 months or something like that, for something like that, probably in between filling out the jobs that you've already got on your schedule. So it's very hard for me to tell somebody no, because they can't find anybody else. But you know, some stuff you just can't do. Shotgun, glad I came across your channel. Been building a new tool bag, and all of your tool reviews have been helpful. Got to thank you. Picked up those Klein bit sockets from a deal you posted. Well, appreciate it. Glad you came across it too. I need to get the Vessel Galaxy blue screwdriver. I got the red and the black. Yeah, the blue was on Amazon with the red and the gray for like a day, and then it was gone. Like a bunch of people's been commenting saying that the red's been sold out now since the video. I'm sure it is, because they probably don't stock very many. Because again, it's still coming from Amazon Japan. They're just shipping them over here, which you can go over to Amazon Japan and get them. It's about the same price with shipping as what you pay for it. Matter of fact, it's better if you add a few more things, if you find some other stuff. But you have to create an Amazon Japan account and all that stuff, because you can't just use your Amazon account from the US. Like the UK, you can do that. The US, you can't. Through sheer chance, I discovered why there was a buzz over the Craftsman V-Series ratchet and sockets. The rebranded Facom. SBMC looks to be flaps with magnets so far. What's up, Joe S? What's up, DJ L's? Is that L? Yeah, L763. How do we win the pliers? We already drew for it. So anytime I do a giveaway, there's in the video of whatever it is, you have to just comment and then put whatever the hashtag is in the video. And then, like at the beginning of this video, I did a drawing by picking a comment with a comment generator, and KG4GAV is the one who won on that. What's up, Brian Davis? It's not on their website, but one of the Ace Hardware stores near me sells a couple of Vito pouches and bags in store. Saw them while looking for something else. Yeah, I've never seen them in Ace Hardware before. DIY. I tried to comment with the hashtag, but YouTube shadow hides my comment. I don't know if it got in. Yeah, all my videos since probably at least the last year, I don't think I ever messed with even changing any of the boxes like the first couple of years I was making videos. But for at least the last year, if not a little bit longer, every time I post a video, I pick do not hold comments. So they're never holding comments because it's something that they want me to check. So now I don't ever have any, and I never delete any comments. I never hide any. But now every now and then YouTube will block comments, and I don't even know that they blocked them. Like, it just happens. Like, they don't notify me and say, here's a comment. Because back before I clicked on don't hold all comments, every now and then they would put some, there was a held for review section in my YouTube studio that I could go into, and then basically they would hold some, and then I had to go in there and approve them. But now that I've been checking that box, they don't ever put any in there, but they still do block some, and there's no way for me to know that they did it or anything like that. So if they're doing it, it's not me, it's somebody, it's YouTube. I was always a Festool snob, but you turned me into a Vito snob. I mean, when you find good tools, you find good tools. I mean, you find good bags, you find good bags. I can't imagine ever carrying a different tool bag brand because they're good. I mean, like I said, I'm sure that there's stuff like the Milwaukee structured stuff kind of looks like it. I could see that if I was wanting to snap pack out into it. Some of that Velocity stuff from overseas looks like it's kind of in that realm, but you know, I've not got a Vito bag yet that I'm just like, oh, this is junk. Now, I might have got one where it maybe wouldn't fit my needs the way that I thought it would, but it still doesn't make, that bag was still a really good bag. Like, it would be awesome for a lot of people type thing. So it wasn't that, there's never been a bag I got that I wasn't using because I didn't feel like it was a good bag. It's just because I just couldn't fit my tools in it the way that I thought I might would be able to. Because again, with Vito, I can't just walk in a store and look at one. Sometimes I got to order them and get them and be like, yeah, I don't think my stuff's going to fit in this just right. Is the Vessel USB screwdrivers a 1/4 inch bit, or does it have to be the Japanese bit size? So they will take both, or at least I have the US version that won't take the Japanese, and it will take a 1/4 inch. But the Japan version will take both. And me personally, the Japan version and the American version on the 1/4 inch have the same amount of slop in them. But I've got a video where I put again, if it wasn't raining, I'd go out there and get mine, but it's raining pretty hard, I'd get soaked. I cut off a bit end and stuck it in mine and got rid of the play. But with the Japan version one, you can put either one of them in it. With the US version, you can only put 1/4 inch in it. And I would buy the Japan version. It's on, both of them are on Amazon. Because the Japan version, I was able to make myself an adapter fairly easy. The US version, I had to cut pencil erasers and all kinds of stuff to stick down inside of it. Have you tried the Craftsman 180 tooth ratchet, Joe Barbaric? I haven't. I haven't bought any Craftsman tools in quite some time. I'm trying to think. There was something I bought maybe not too long ago. It's starting to rain pretty hard again. What's up, Jock? There was something I bought that was Craftsman not too long ago, which I know I put the T-handle set. That was a post. I didn't buy that because I had just bought the Klein T-handle and the Philo Smart handle. But I could have swore there was something I bought. Oh, I bought the pliers wrench. That was the last Craftsman thing that I bought. And that was because it was on sale. I think maybe I've got that in here. That might be in here. Yeah. Yeah, this was the last Craftsman. Let's see if that's on the camera. I think it is. Yeah. I've got a lot of, like my socket set in my toolbox is a really old Craftsman socket set, and ratchets and all that stuff. I've had these for a really long time. That's probably really about the only Craftsman stuff I've even got anymore. My favorite thing from Icon is the locking flex head ratchet and bit set small kit. Yeah, I keep that in my MP2X. That's always in my pouch. I've been using it a lot. There's these ceiling fans. One of them I put in a video. The little dog was there and to watch me work, and it was one of those little fans that's kind of like a light fixture in my opinion with a little fan in it. I bet I put in like 50 of those things in the last year. And if you put it in with this, they come with, a lot of times they come with a little bit longer rod, and then they come with a short rod. And if you put it in with the short rod, you can't hardly get in there to put the cover screws on to hold it into place. So I've been using that flex ratchet. That's pretty much the only thing I can stick in there and get it with. And I've been doing so many of those, I just started keeping that flex ratchet in my MP2 2X pouch. Have you tried the gearless ratchet? I haven't tried that either. Most people make a huge deal, or people make a huge deal over the bit play in those Vessel USBs. Yeah, like I said, I don't even think I would have noticed it, except for somebody made a comment on my video about it and said, does yours have a real bad play? So then I came out here to check it. But then after someone told me about it and I knew it was there, it's like I started paying attention to it and it drove me crazy. So that's the only reason why I ended up putting something in mine to fix it. But it doesn't, like what Matt said, when you're pushing in the screw, it doesn't matter. Is the Klein 13-in-1 pocket screwdriver worth it? I like it. I keep it at my Atlas vest. It's been it's the one I'm using all the time as my pocket driver. I swapped over to that one from I think it's this one. Yeah, so I was carrying this one in my vest, the one that's got the little slide that does that. But I'm carrying that one just more so because that 1/4 inch, the fact that I can put a 1/4 inch bit in it. And I still have the same kind of pocket protection. I still like this one. This one's nice too, but I like that 13-in-1. And bonus is, if you've got the 27-in-1, the bigger precision driver, the one with the bigger handle, those bits fit in your 13-in-1. So if you've already got that, because it comes with some like hex and stuff like that you might not ever use. But you can take bits out of the 27-in-1 and put them in your 13-in-1. And like, so if there's certain ones you use that you need in there, you can kind of swap them out. Roman Duran wants the Vito rolling backpack. Yeah, I had been messaging Matt because my first thought was I'm going to get the Tech MCPT, whatever that is, the backpack version of the infrared. That's kind of like the MCT. But then I was like, well, if I buy the MCT one, I've got, I'd have the 2 panels that are already in that one. And I've also got, I don't know if it's, I think I had it over here. I don't know if it still is or not. Might actually have it in my MCT, but I've got the bulk panel for the MCT too. So then I'd have like a bunch of extra panels if I wanted to swap stuff around, but I don't know. Matt still says I need to get the backpack. Clint said he likes the 13-in-1. Jacques said, who won the pliers? It was KG4 GAV. Now I got to find out where he's from and see if it's going to cost me an arm and a leg to ship him. I really like the yellow bit that came with it. Fits round doorknobs perfect. The yellow bit that came with the Vessel. Talking about this dude. Yeah, it's pretty good. Another thing that I like about the tank through vessels, and I didn't even mention it in the video because, again, I've made a video for this, so in a tool haul I don't really go crazy. But let me see if I can find is that, the tips are magnetic too. So it's like, this is like the perfect screwdriver to me. It's like the grip on it's phenomenal. Again, if you hold your screwdrivers like this, the grip is in a perfect spot. Crazy torque on it. The weight of it is great. Looks awesome. Magnetic tip. The fitment on the tips are really good too. I mean, by far my favorite screwdriver. Now the rattle on that one is a little bit more. I do my phone. Let's see. I've seen a lot of, let's see, knockoff pipe wrenchers aren't the answer. Anyone have a recommendation for 10-inch aluminum pipe wrench? Crescent question mark. So that's what they're answering. Is the Jersey discount mystery envelope worth getting? Seen a bunch of people on Facebook saying they placed their order. I got it before, and so at different times I've got, one of the things I got was an Easy Red set that was kind of like the Icon Flex Head, but it wasn't, I don't think it was a Flex Head. I think it was just a ratchet, but I gave it away in a giveaway, so I don't have it. I also got one time OEM tools, like a bolt extractor set. I got that. I'm trying to think of what else I got in with mine that time. I've done it a couple times. I didn't know what was going on right now. I have to look and see. I might order it. So I need to check that out. Do you own any Martinez tools? I've got the Martinez Micro Square. I've got the aluminum version that's got the bubble level on it. That's the only Martinez I have. Miss Maintenance got that for me for our anniversary. That's a square I've been wanting for a long time. I've made a video about squares, trim squares. It's in there. That's the only Martinez. I don't use a hammer much, other than for like demo and stuff like that. Most of the stuff I do is interior finish work in a place that's already framed up and all that kind of stuff, as far as my remodeling part of things. And then other than that, service work's typically always nothing to do with that kind of stuff. It's always plumbing, electrical, something like that. So I don't do a lot of like swinging a hammer, framing stuff or anything like that. So I don't spend a lot of money on a hammer. They are nice looking though. Silent Gamer's got to head out. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Go backpack, don't cheap out. Well, it ain't gonna be because of price. I don't care that the extra $100 ain't a big deal to me. The only thing I'm curious about is about the backpack part, is like putting it in and out of my truck. But doing what I'm gonna do, I should have more room. That was the only thing I was worried about. Like the way my setup is right now, I can fit my MCT back in my little cubby. It fits back in there fine, but I don't know how much those straps and stuff we're going to end up getting in my way. But the way I'm going to be doing my truck, I think I'm going to have more room. But that was the only reason why I was kind of leaning towards an MCT, just because, you know, you don't have that extra stuff, you know, the straps. Because I don't really need a backpack. I just was getting a backpack to have a backpack option for times where I do need one. And it's very, very rare where I need to carry something for a long period of time. But because I do like how slick the MCT is with no backpack straps. But I don't think you can take like those straps off of those backpacks, can you? Like to where I could take the straps off. I know you'd have to leave like that top part on because that's kind of what locks it in or something. But I don't know if you can take the straps off and put them on. Like say I put the straps in my truck somewhere and then it would kind of be like this bag, and then you could put the straps on it. I don't know if you can do that with tech packs or not, so you guys can let me know. You sell those Morgan maintenance hats? Not at the moment. Fourth Wall or something like that. I think they do stuff on, I just got an email from them the other day asking if I was interested in doing, since I guess because I got 25,000 subscribers or something, about setting up a store, which I meant to bring those out and I forgot. If any of y'all want, I still have, I think these were 3-inch and then 2-inch stickers. I still got this, and I've got a bunch more than this. I just have these out here for I need some or something. But if y'all want stickers, just send me an email with your whatever needs to go on the envelope. Like exactly what needs to go on the envelope as far as for your address and name and all that kind of stuff. And I'll send you some. I meant to bring out those rolls to remind myself of that, and I almost forgot. But you asking about the hats made me think of that. I just get these made at there's a local place where I've got shirts and hats and stuff made for my business, and I just went and got some hats made. I ordered the hats off Amazon. But in order for me to make these, it cost me $8 or something to get them from Amazon, $8 to $10, and then they charged me quite a bit of money at the place where I get them done at. And then I'd have to ship them to somebody. I mean, they'd end up being a $40 hat or something like that by the time you got done with it. But the fourth wall, I don't know if y'all heard anything about that or not. I haven't looked into it. I just got an email from them asking me if I wanted to set up merchandise on there. I'm assuming they kind of put your logo on stuff and sell it, and they probably give you X amount of percentage or something. I don't know. Jacques just bought the Klein wire tracer. Man, I love it. It's I've got it right here. I'm gonna be I'm using it so much, love it so much that it's gonna be in my truck all the time. Like it was a tool that I planned on just leaving here, and then if I got a call about something, I'd stick it in my truck. But there's been times where it's nice. It's so handy. So yeah, that ET450. If you can catch a deal on it, and you do any work, even like I said, it's like for a breaker finder, even like night and day better than even as much as I like the ET310 or whatever that is. It's a very good breaker finder for the price, but it ain't nothing compared to like this thing. You know for sure you're turning off the right thing. You know, Tools and Tactics would say Klein insulated multi-bit or die. Yeah, he pretty much, I don't know where I even keep that one in mine. I think I've got it in my truck, actually. It might be the one I keep in here. It is a good screwdriver, the Klein one that flips, insulated. I think I keep that in my truck. I would like a long Phillips and flat double bit for the vessel. That must be the same weather system that came through. Yeah, it started today here about 12 o'clock because I quit early at the quadplex job that I was working at. And then I went and hung a ceiling fan and went and fixed a bed for some lady. And then I came home. So I got home a little bit early, but it's been raining all day. Ben Riley, relatively new subscriber for a few weeks now, and after finally figuring out what the huge Klein screwdriver was on your workbench, I ended up grabbing myself off eBay. I can't tell you how many questions I've got about what is that thing that's back there, like especially in the short videos. If I make a short, because it's like really big in those, almost all the time I have to answer, where'd you get that at and all that. Again, I saw it on Facebook Marketplace, and then it was like a couple hours away from me, and I'm like, well, I'm not driving that far, but it made me start searching for one, and eBay's the only place I found them. Vessel Tang through is my favorite Phillips number 2, the ball grip with no play, as well as the multi-bit ball grip. Do you carry a pocket knife? I just carry a Milwaukee Fastback, the 1505. That's pretty much what I carry all the time. I do every now and then. I've got a Milwaukee fixed blade. I thought I had it out here, but I don't. The only other one I've kind of liked other than the Milwaukee is this Fiskars one. This one's pretty nice. I don't take it with me. I still carry my 1505, but I do like the handle and stuff on this one. That's the only other one that I've ever had, and I don't like the belt clip on this one's a little bit too tight to get it to catch on stuff. Is another reason why I don't, which I could spread it out and it would work better, but I don't use it so that much. It's pretty much the one I use in here all the time. But I've been using Fastbacks for a long time. I've always been a person where I just like the easy change of a razor blade and not have to sit there and sharpen a knife and stuff like that all the time. We don't get the icon stuff in the Netherlands. Killtronics just ordered something. I missed whatever y'all were telling him about. The straps don't take up much space. Some backpacks have the straps zip into the back. So you can't remove it on the Tech Pack, the MC maybe. Yeah, I know that because the straps are tied into that thing that clips over the top. But I don't guess that really, you still have to unzip the back panel though, right? It still has a zipper on it, but you have to take that off to access it to get the zipper off. But yeah, I was curious if you could take them off, but I don't know if you can or not. The MCT came with the strap. Yeah, I've got 3 or 4 Vito straps laying around here of different ones. Yeah, from where I don't ever use them because I don't normally have, like I said, that's why I said I don't really need a backpack because it's very rare that I need to carry whatever it is that's got a lot of weight in it. So I've never even, any of my bags that come with the Vito strap, I've never used the Vito strap on them. I just carry them by the handles. You can only take the straps off the Wheeler backpack and the Tech Pack Blackout that's coming out. The ladies must love him, Mr. Handyman. Most of my customers, they are. It's not because of that, but most of them are ladies. My regular Tech Pack, you cannot take the arm straps off. My old co-worker's Tech Pack Wheeler, you can tuck the arm straps in. The MB5B, you can remove the arm straps. I'm going to see if I can look on that pictures on that bag and see if I can kind of tell. Because that's the only thing. If I could do that, it would be for sure. Because I think I like the layout better of the... I like on the Tech Pack... I'm probably hitting that microphone. I like how those one pockets are up here to fit like the smaller tools. And because on this one, you know, you put stuff like this in here, then it kind of gets in your way a little bit to get your stuff in the back. Not really, but kind of. Versus on those Tech Packs, I do like how the pockets are kind of up here for some smaller stuff, and then you get the bigger stuff. I do like that on that. So I've always kind of liked that layout. But I do like the fact that this is just... But like I said, with what I'm getting ready to do with my truck, that might not be an issue. But this right here fits back in the cubby that I've got right now. And I don't know that the Tech Pack MC thing would with those backpack straps and stuff like that. That was the only thing that was also getting me a little bit leery about getting the backpack. Killtron, it's got a vessel screwdriver. Klein Thermos is expensive, yeah. I think I got mine for maybe 50 bucks or something like that. I don't remember what I paid. It wasn't, I think it was somewhere around 50 bucks whenever I bought mine. I don't know what they're going for now. There's always different stages of it on there though. There's some that are like, because I want to say mine might have had a little, I searched around for a while. Mine might have had a little dent or something. Yeah. Mine had a little bitty dent like right here, which I could pop that out if I really wanted to, but it doesn't matter to me. I just turn it to the back. But it's a neat little deal. You know, you can kind of drink out of that cup, I guess, if you wanted to. And then it's just a little pop press button, open and close. I've never even had it opened. Stainless steel inside there. Yeah, I saw the MB3 with the Adrian's video of that TPG. Do you know when your HVAC podcast will get released? I think he said he's going to start the new season. I think at that what is it, the ACR or something or other. So it's sometime in February or something like that. He's supposed to let me know ahead of time, and I'll make a post about it. But I don't know, like, if I'm the first one or whatever. I think he's filmed several. He films them ahead of time and kind of edits them and gets them ready, I think. So, but he said he'd let me know ahead of time. Well, took the clip off the Fisker knife, and now it doesn't bother me how bad it was. Yeah, if I was going to wear it all the time, I'd have to work on it, because it's definitely way too tight. Like, I'd have to spread it, bend it out, or do something. It's definitely like that's way too tight to the thing. You'd have to spend a lot of time getting that on your pants pocket all the time. Do you have the Milwaukee 4-drawer, and do you like it? I haven't picked up a 4-drawer. There's not a lot of things that I carry that would fit in that small amount of space. Man, I'm debating on, because I'm going to be able to fit 4 pack-out drawers in the back of my truck the way I'm going to do it. And I've already got 4 sets. I've got 3 that's back there right now, and then I got a set in the back of my truck that's a 2-drawer. But I don't know if I really want a 2-drawer. I thought about maybe getting that one, or I thought about getting the one that's got 3 drawers, but one of them's a little bit bigger and 2 of them's like the 4-drawer size. I thought about maybe getting one of those. If you were storing a lot of like little screws and stuff like that, and probably some hand tools, but I haven't even seen a 4-drawer in person though. My store doesn't carry them. My store only had like a couple of the 3-drawer that had those kind of drawers, and I didn't pay much attention to how tall the skinny ones were. But I just know I wouldn't want much less really than what my 3-drawer ones are. Stuff fits in those pretty good as far as the stuff I use. What's up, Juan from Los Angeles? What Hercules do you believe are their best power tools? I don't have any Hercules tools. I pretty much only have, the majority of my power tools are Milwaukee, and I just try to stay in the same battery platform. I've got a few Metabo. I've got a few Bosch left over from where I had Bosch before. I've got a DeWalt oscillating tool, but I use a Milwaukee battery in it. And then other than that, that's pretty much everything else is Milwaukee. Juan said, do you happen to have your MB5 nearby? I wanted to see it loaded out. I'm interested in getting that one this spring. I ended up selling my MB5B to a buddy who wanted one, and like right after the spring promo last year, they were sold out for quite a while, and you had to get on a wait list, and he was wanting one, and I wasn't using it yet, so I sold it to him because I wasn't using it. And then I told him, I said, well, I'll just buy it again if I ended up wanting to get it. But I've decided I'm not going. I couldn't really fit everything I wanted to fit in it. Like I kept trying different ways. Everything I was doing was making it like a small bag, like a SBLD or something like that's the kind of amount of tools I could fit in it type thing, along with maybe, so it was almost the same as having those 2 side pouches, was the same as having the pouches on the back of the SBLD. And I was going to use it as my taking the place of a bag like the MCT Blackout, and I just you can't fit that amount of tools in there. So I would have had to use it as my small bag, and that wasn't what I intended to do with it. So I decided I probably wasn't going to buy it again, but I went ahead and sold it irregardless because I wasn't using it at the time and he wanted it. I need the new pocket pouch with the meter slot, the MPMX. Yeah, that's out in my truck too. Mark Morales looking at the infrared line. That's for sure what I'm getting. I'm just back and forth between whether I want to get the MCT style or the backpack MC style. It's an old school thermos. Don't sniff it. Yeah, like I said, that's the very first time I've ever opened it. I figured I was going to open it and see big mold or something like that. Anti-DIY HVAC's in here. Really good channel. I watch this stuff all the time. AHR Expo. That's what it is. I knew it was. I was thinking ACR, but it's AHR, like air heating refrigeration. Yeah. You helped me find my Klein thermos last year. Appreciated it. I love it. No use for it, but it's cool. That's the same way I was. I never intended on using it. That's way too big of a thing. It's not going to fit my cup holder or anything like that in my truck. But I just thought it was awesome, and I wanted to get one before it was something I wouldn't be able to find again. Clint Cole, thank you for the shout out for my wife. Besides knowledge in your reviews, I love how much time you message and even how you are going from around your garage or your truck if someone asks a question. Yeah, you're welcome, Clint. And again, I hope everything goes well with all their treatments and stuff. I think Yeti's too expensive also. Yeah, I've never needed a cooler to last for, 10 days. So it's not been something I've been interested in. Now, if you were someone who goes on expeditions or something like that, and you're going to be gone for a long time, I can see you might want to make sure you have a really good cooler. But mine's always been an afternoon or, something like that. Hoping to use the 4-drawer for small hand tools. I think you could probably fit like most. That's what you could layer hand tools in there probably, but you're not like I have the 3-drawer on my driver's side, and then I keep like my hand tools in there that are like specialty hand tools that I don't want to have in my bag or in my pouch, but I want them with me. So if I run into something and I want to use them, and I just have like one little section of the dividers is like electrical tools and one for something else. So I've got multiple tools inside the 3-drawer. So I would think you could fit hand tools in a 4-drawer, but you're probably going to have to like, single layer them type thing, which might be what you're wanting to do anyways. I have a backpack MC Special Ops, and I want the new infrared MCP to complement it. You should do vice versa. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get an infrared, and I like the meter pouches on the side of the bags. That's the whole reason. That's kind of what drew me to the MB5B in the first place, because I knew I didn't want a TPX XL, because I was kind of wanting to get, if I was going to get a bag that was in that style, because to me that you can probably fit the same tools in a TPX XL that you can fit in the MB5B. And I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and get the MB5B so that I do have an option for a backpack if a job comes up and I know I'm going to need a backpack. I'd have one type thing. Will the Klein pencil holder stay in your pouch when you pull out the pencil? I was showing that at the beginning of the video because I had that on a couple questions, and it all really just depends. I don't know what I did with it now. Anybody know what I did with the Klein pencil? If you do, holler at me. There she is. If you get the teeth on there all the way in, so like if you get it snapped in, and it's only because this pencil is so hard to pull out, I'm going to end up sanding mine down so it doesn't have this snap to it. But as long as you got that buried in something and it catches on all of them, it doesn't pull out. But if you've got it on something, and these are always so hard to get off if you put them all the way in like that. If you've got it in something where you don't have very many of them in there, it will come out sometimes and sometimes it won't. It just depends. Like I've had it not and I've had it do it. And then it depends on your shirt pocket too. Same thing. If your shirt pockets are a little deeper, or this shirt is super slick, like this is a really slick material and it's going to pull out almost every time on this. But I had it on my other shirt the day that I was out here making the video for it, and I had it in my Carhartt type jeans, like the duck type jeans that are real thick and all that, and I had it on that clipped and it was pulling out fine. So I didn't even think anything about it. But yeah, it's tight. So I'm going to sand off all these little ridges on mine and see if I can get that snap to go away, because it's basically up here at this very top lip, there's this little ledge. That's what's actually snapping in whenever you stick it in there. So I'm just going to sand that off to make it to where it's more like a Pika anyways. So it really depends on what you're putting it in and how deep you can put it. go ahead and do the Michael Scott with that. Got the Klein 17-1 you shared with your video. I agree with you. The upgrade was worth it. Yeah, I like the bits, and I like the fact that it's got the bit holding on it too. I wasn't thinking. I might have talked about it in one other live. I did. I think I talked about it in the last live because my intent was I was like, man, I like that this handle's got bits in it, and I like this. I don't really use this that much, but I'll just take the 11-1 out, and then I can use. But it's like you can't stick anything else down in here because this isn't hollow because you got the bits. I wasn't thinking whenever I was thinking that because I was going to take the 11-1 end, put it on here, and that way I'd have a double-sided thing, but it doesn't do you any good. But I mean, in all reality, you've got with this screwdriver the ability to use sockets, magnetic sockets if you need them, a bit holder, bits. There's a lot you can do with this screwdriver. I wish that this was 1/4 inch. I know they did it to work with the Connect stuff, but I would actually rather this be 1/4 inch than 3/8. Well, the rain finally kind of quieted down for a second. The thumbnail got me. Just bought the 6-inch snap-on a few weeks ago. I find myself using them for everything. Can't wait to grab the 9-inch icons. Yeah, they're definitely for $24 or $25. They're definitely worth getting. I mean, I expect them to be like 40, to be honest with you, because I knew whenever they came out, everybody was going to go want to get them. So they should have known they was going to sell very well. And just because of how much their Knipex clone type stuff is, I was like, well, they're probably, since these run you, like, it cost me $80-something, even though somebody in the comments, I think it was the Mustang guy, who he said, I need to have more integrity because they're only $71. It's like, well, I mean, I've got a receipt for them where I paid $89 for them. So that's what I paid for them. You might have got them for 71, but I don't buy a bunch of Snap-on stuff off a truck. But I was expecting, since these cost you in that $70 to $100 range, I expected these to be like $40 or something like that. I've almost got enough. Speaking of that, I've probably got enough comments that some live here in the next little bit will probably do Trolls Part 2. Because, man, you start pulling out the icons from Harbor Freight and stuff like that, and you start getting some really good comments. Pikas are down to $12 now. Nice. They're really good. I'm a Holta Force person, but I get why most people would like a Pika better, just because it does come in and out easier, and it's a nice pencil. But I like the flatness of the Holta Fours, and I like where the pencil sharpener is. But you do have to locate the Holta Fours in here, and it also snaps. It will pull out a little bit, but I've never had a problem with the holster coming out of this one. But like that one, even this one, the Holta Force fits all the way down in here where the Klein one doesn't. Maybe it's because this one doesn't have a sharpener on the bottom, so it's probably got a shorter holster or something like that. So all those teeth are grabbing. I just broke mine off. Oh, that breaks my heart. And these are always hard to get off. But you got to be careful, because you'll do this to your Holta Force pencil and be sad about it for a day. Oh, it breaks my heart. That's all right. I got about 15 of these things. See what you made me do, somebody, Elliot? No money saved buying the Klein, see? I know you have different lead and Klein pencil, but how's the Klein lead compared to others? It's pretty much, to me, it's the same. I can't imagine there's really a lot of difference between any of those as far as the writing and all that stuff. I didn't notice any difference at all, really. But man, that thing, it snaps. Like, it's the only one. Like, none of these make that noise at all. Like, the Pika glides in and out the best, like, out of all of them. Like, just getting it in and out, it's by far. And it even though it doesn't snap, that's not coming out of there. It's in there. Like, you can tell whenever you push it in that final amount, it's like it just snug. Like, they've done something there that's nice. but it's not tight to where it doesn't do anything. Man, oh man, broke my Holtefors. Have to get out the CA glue. CA glue fixes everything. That one will just end up having to be my work top pencil. Pica lead is made in Germany or Japan. Others not so much. I'll vote my money for those. I'll vote my money to those countries. Pica sells different color caps to match different color lead. Helpful when reaching in the pouch. Yeah, I don't use a lot of different color. Matter of fact, I mean, I've got some, but I can't think of the last time I put any other color lead in mine. I don't normally have to use different color leads. I usually use, anytime I'm using color stuff, it's almost, I just grab Sharpies that are different colors. But I'm not using it to mark and cut and stuff. It's usually for marking out something on concrete or layout or something. Steve wants to buy those icon pliers. No stores in my area had them. Yeah, I've not heard of anybody who's went in the store and found them on the shelf. Like almost everybody that's commented said, I went into the store and I had to ask in the back. And that's what my buddy had to do. He asked whenever he went to the store too, and he got the 2 pairs he got. Roy ended up ordering a set online, $7 shipping. Yeah, that's how I ended up getting mine. Like I said, the only reason I ended up with that extra pair was because my buddy picked up some. Because I wasn't gonna. It was worth the $7 to me to not have to keep going back to the store once every week or so to see if I could find a pair of them. It's like I don't have time to do all that. I'll pay. I think my shipping might have been. Yeah, I think it was $6.99. I was thinking it might have been $5.99, but I think it was $6.99. Pica uses a friction taper fit. That's why it's so smooth. Why not stick with the Milwaukee Inkzall? I use Milwaukee Inkzalls. I got a boatload of them. I've got even more of them probably inside this drawer right here. I bet I've probably knocked my computer off. But I will say I have found that to me, I like the Sharpie Pros a little bit better. Yeah, I got a whole thing. I bought a whole big pack of Inkzalls at one point in time of a big box of them. But I've got Inkzalls galore, Sharpies. I like the Sharpie Pros actually a little bit better than the Inkzalls though. The Pro versions, there's a difference between the Sharpie Pro and it might be because they're flat. I don't know if, again, I like the Holtefors pencil because it's flat, but these seem like to me they've marked better on. I was doing the layout on some concrete for the framing inside, and the Milwaukee Inkzall wasn't lasting as long as what these were. But it might have just been something on that job. They're both good. Steve said he's a cheapskate. He'll wait for the product to come and stop. I do hate paying shipping. I hate it. I hit 3 stores before I found a set. I'm 2 hours from home for my wife and thought I could get a pair, but all the stores say back in stock soon. I too like Sharpie Pros. They write on oily surfaces better. Yeah, see, I think that concrete that I was trying to mark on was a little bit oily, and that Sharpie Pros were working better on that particular job. I broke 2 Holtefors holders I like a lot, but the only bad thing about Holtefors pencil, Pica has a better clip. Yeah, normally in my pockets and stuff, I've never had a problem getting those out. But man, if you ever bury any of these, even getting that Klein out, if you bury them all the way down into these pouches, them teeth grab onto this stuff like crazy. It's hard to get them out. Like even like this Pica right here, to get that out, I gotta really pull on it to get that out. If you get it to where all the teeth are engaged, it's the same thing on this Klein. If I go back here and click all them in, it doesn't want to come out very, very easy, but it does come out a little bit easier than the rest of them. But yeah, like I said, if you get it all the way down on them teeth, it doesn't come out. But you don't know till you try it. You see a pencil. I mostly was interested in picking this one up because I figure Lowe's is going to carry it. And sometimes there's been times where, for whatever reason, and I don't know why it is, I'll end up being somewhere and I don't have a pencil because something happened. I left it somewhere. I gave it to somebody or whatever. And if I just need to stop in a store and pick up one, which I'd probably get the Ox one at that point or whatever. But I was wanting to try this one so that whenever I went into Lowe's and I had to buy one, do I want to buy the Ox one or do I want to buy the Klein one? You know, I'll know. I concur, Steve. It's a Valentine's gift for my wife. She's watching this with me and she knows what she's getting, that she's getting a set for Valentine's Day. Steve, what did Steve say? Oh, it's the cost of doing business, Elliot Parrish said. Elliot Parrish said there's a lot of people doing in the Facebook groups buying the M12 drills and the batteries on the buy more, save more, something rather than new promos from Milwaukee. And then I saw a bunch of people buying the 5.0 batteries, and then you can get like 2 3s or something like that. And it makes them end up, you can hack them and it ends up being fairly cheap for them or something like that. I saw a lot of people doing that today. Tell Mrs. Maintenance you deserve a peanut butter pie sundae because you broke your pencil, M. Dunbar said. It's the Little Debbie peanut butter cream pie. That's what I've been missing out on. I'm probably down about 25 pounds, though, I think, and since January 1st. That's when I started, was January 1st. So, however many days that's been. The Tracer Pro aluminum ones look sweet. Yeah, I'll have to look them up. I do like metal for whatever. That's just like the Pentel graph gears. That's what I really like about those. They got a little bit more heft to them. I'll have to look up if they got some aluminum ones. Maybe they got a little bit more weight to them. I like stuff that weighs. You know, a lot of people really like light screwdrivers and all that stuff, but that's why I like these, is because they're heavier. I like to be able to know I got something in my hand. You eyeing any Vito bags for spring promo? Yeah, definitely an infrared bag, and then whatever the free one is that comes with it. I'm not gonna the other new bags that I think would be free bags. They're not something I'll buy just because I want them. But if they're free, I'll get them. There's nothing new other than those infrared bags that I'm probably interested in. $37 each and come from AZ Germany. $37. Whew. What about Ox pencils? Did you use it? I have one, but still in the box. I've got one actually in my MP2 pouch right now. I was trying it out, so I swapped it out and put it in my pouch that I use all the time. But it's in that pouch. I don't use it that often. It's my Diamondback pouch is the pouch that I use that kind of pencil in all the time. So I probably need to put it in that and try it out. But it's pretty good. It's a square instead of flat, so it's a little bit different than all the rest of them too. Anyone seen a vessel ball screwdriver in number 2 Robertson, Flat and Phillips? I can find, but no Robbie. Yeah, they don't have square in any of it. That's just like the insulated drivers. You know, I like Vessel's insulated little ball handles as well, but they don't have square. It stinks. Yeah, I wish they would. Would be nice. About the only thing you can do is get they've got the ratcheting vessel that's got the bit holder on the end, but they're not the tang through, so I don't like that as much. The sharpener is on the clip like you like to. Is that on the Tracer? Square 2 bits from Vessel come from their USA ball line. Yeah, it quit raining. I'm going to run out there and get that Ox pencil real fast. I think it quit. Yeah, so the ox is more of a square, and I don't mind that either. I don't mind this one. And the sharpener on it is up here, and I like that better. Because again, if I've got this in my shirt pocket and I need to sharpen my pencil, I can just do, although this one is on the wrong side of me, I can just do that and sharpen it. I don't have to take this out. Whereas on a Pika or the Klein, either one, if I've got that in my shirt pocket and I want to sharpen my pencil, I then have to take this out, and sharpen it and do all that kind of stuff, and then put this back in. So I prefer that, which isn't the end of the world. It ain't like that's horrible to do or anything, but I just prefer it that I don't have to, and I can just sharpen it, which this one's on this side. I don't think the Hultafors is that way. What do I do with the Hultafors? All right, I ate the Hultafors holster that I broke. I don't know what I did with it. No, stuck it in here. I guess the Hultafors is that way too. I didn't think it was. I don't remember ever having to do that. They're both on this side for whatever reason, which actually I guess it's because I normally put it in this pocket because this is the hand I grab it with. So that's why I haven't noticed it. So normally that's there and I can just sharpen it on this side with the ox or with the Hultafors. So yeah, I don't mind this one either. It's pretty good. You can get this one at Lowe's. Worst case, get a Robertson with full hex shaft and a vessel tang through handle. Robertson with a full hex shaft. The ECX or combi bits are available in a vessel too. Assuming you need square for electrical work, combi will work. I like my ox pencil. Used it today to mark screw holes. Yeah, it's not. I would probably just on alone, because of how hard it is to get the Klein out, because that holster is going to pull out on you more, I would probably go with the ox at Lowe's, even though, like I said, it depends on what shirt and stuff you're wearing. Like this shirt, I bet even the Pika might come out because this is pretty slick. But I always have these in a pouch almost all the time. I don't really put them in my shirt pocket that often. But I also don't know. Yeah, like see that the Pika is also going to pull out of this one, so you can't really go by it on because this is super slick. I'm gonna try that in my jean pocket. We'll see what we got. Yeah, see, you won't have that problem on your jeans. My shirt wedged in there. Comes the rain again. Which vessel rechargeable screwdriver do you think to buy? I would like to buy one, but they have a few choices. Which one do you like the most? So I've got a vessel video of the Japan version, and then I've got one of the US version, but I would get the Japan version if it's available on US Amazon. Back whenever I bought it in my video, I had to go to Amazon Japan and order it and ship it in, but they've been selling it on Amazon US too, and I've got a link in that video to the Amazon US. You can go to either one of my vessel USB 3-speed version, and there'll be a link in the description for I would buy the Japan version one, and it should say in there on my links which one's which. Because the 3-speed, I only use 1 speed on it, but on the 3-speed, the speed with the highest torque is more torque. It's the same kind of amount of torque almost as the high torque version. And then the speed isn't as high as the high speed, but it's still faster than the high torque version. So to me, that's the best speed of all of them. You got more torque and more speed on that speed than what you can get out of the torque or the speed of the other two alone. We'll see you, Kiltronics. Mark Morales has a Hultafors deep hole marker made in Germany. Like I said, I love the Hultafors pencils, but not to say that any of the other ones are bad. Like, there's none of them I don't like. The Klein is probably right now at the moment my least favorite, but it's not bad. And it's only because of how hard it is to get it out. And again, it could just very well be my pencil. This is the only one of these I've got. And comes that rain again. See how long we've been on here again. I don't like that I can't see the screen. I hope YouTube fixes that, because it's a lot. I like being able to see, because I can see stuff that pops up. Like I can see the comments and stuff at least every now and then. I don't have to sit here and read every single one of them. So I hope they fix whatever that is, because I check the settings because you have to do everything that you're going to do on the live, and then you can't change anything once you're done. Like, they won't let you go. Like, I can't even change like the orientation. I can't change anything about it unless you just set up a whole new live and cancel this one. But there's no setting in there at all about mirroring. So they must have done something and they don't know that they've done it, or what, I don't know. I might try to email somebody. Dinner time, got to make the woman something to eat. I'm annoyed I missed last week's live with my name on it. I'm not going to be on here a whole lot longer either. Might as well get out of this noisy rain. But it is good to know, though, that the green button might be the better option on the sound thing. I don't know if like I said, I guess it helps on the noise cancellation. I knew one of them was noise cancellation. I just didn't know if it was green or blue. I've got one more tool coming that's new, but it's not really new. It's something y'all already know exists, but it's going to be new to me. But it's not. I think it just shipped. And then that's all I can think of that I've got that's tool-wise that's coming in. Most of the stuff I just had in the tool haul. But yeah, March can't get here soon enough. Which luckily February is the short month, I guess, by a couple days. Any new products sent to you to review lately? No. Let's see. Like I said, I turn down stuff all the time just because it's not something I'm going to really use or that I think makes a good video. Like, I'm willing to get something even if it's something that I might not particularly use very often, but I know that it's something that somebody else would use a lot, and then I would use every now and then, because I know enough about tools and how they work, and I do a lot of different jobs and stuff that I can tell if something would be useful to somebody else more so than even me. Then I'm willing to kind of look at it, but I haven't got anything. I do have some stuff that's supposed to be coming once it gets back in stock from somebody, but I haven't got anything sent to me in the last little bit. I'm trying to think of who all even just contacted me here lately. I haven't heard anything from Olight or any of them in a while either. Aiming, I get stuff for multimeters all the time, but they're usually like the only one that I offered to do a video for was ANENG or ANEG or something like that. They had a Bluetooth one that I was interested in just because I've never had a meter that had Bluetooth on it. I was just curious to see how it worked more than anything. And I could also see situations where if you're working by yourself, which now that I've got that Klein tracer, I don't know that I would ever use it, but you could plug it in somewhere and then be on your phone, like at a breaker panel or something like that, and be watching amperage or, whatever else, or even flip a breaker and boom, I know it's off because I can see I went from 120 volts to nothing. That kind of stuff. So I was maybe going to get that, but then they were out of stock of that too, I think. Most of the stuff that I get is all just stuff I would never probably ever buy. So I don't, like I said, I don't just get it to get free stuff. Saw a great video where a guy went around his house and undid the Wi-Fi, took the batteries out of the thermostat on the air conditioner and turned off the water under the bathroom sink. And then the guy's wife comes home and asks him to fix all those things. And he spends the rest of the time watching videos. Yeah, I saw that. Like, it made his wife is like, man, I'm so lucky to have you. You can fix all this stuff. I check a few videos and I saw this Amazon Basic rechargeable screwdriver. What you think about it? It's kind of small and powerful. There's been some people comment on my other videos for the different electric screwdrivers saying that they had the Amazon Basic one. They thought it was pretty good. I've never used it. I don't know, but I've had the few comments I've had about it, people act like it's pretty decent. Going to buy the Knipex 5-piece pliers wrench set after the live, Clint Cole said. Knipex pliers wrenches are pretty good, man. They're good. Knipex Cobras and pliers wrenches, both of them. It's like, again, I bought the Klein ones to try them, and they're fine for the price. I think they're actually pretty good for the price. The same way I feel about, these. It's like, I like my Snap-on ones too, but for the price, them Icons are pretty daggone good. And then I'm the same way with the Klein pliers wrench. If you can get them on that sale for $24, and the Knipex is like 50 something or something like that, it's like that's half price. And to me, I would pay half price for a Klein one. Now, if the Klein was $35 and the Knipex was 50, I'd probably just pay $15 more and buy a Knipex type thing. But again, the price difference for me, I'm not a big person on the price difference. Has to push me to get a tool that isn't the one that I would normally maybe get. It has to be pretty significant. If it's even remotely close, I just buy the one that I know that I'm gonna like. I have a UEI meter that has Bluetooth, and it's great. Yeah, I could see several uses for it. Like I said, I've never had one that had it, but because most of the time you get into the name brand ones that have it, like a Fluke or something like that. I mean, they're astronomical in cost, and I don't see myself using it enough that it's worth it to me to go spend that much money on a meter for that situation that I'm only going to run into every so often. But if I could see it being a very useful tool, the same way as the Field Sense is on the T6 1000 Pro, do you have to have it all the time? No, but it is very nice to have that. And the fact that I can see amperage and voltage and all that stuff at the same time, super nice. I don't use it all the time, but it is nice to have it. And I can see Bluetooth being the same way. Works electric screwdriver at Sam's Club. Looks like a nice kit. Electric screwdriver is really nice to have. I would have never thought it. Like, I would have never bought one. I'm so glad I bought the Vessel one. I just used it all day today, putting in ceiling fans and all that kind of stuff. I've used my M12 stuff a whole lot less than what I used to, there's so many things I wasn't a big fan of using an M12 impactor drill on anyways, like doorknobs and stuff like that. I don't like using powered stuff like of that kind of power, because if you're one thread off, you're in trouble. And I like being able to feel the tightness of it, like as I'm doing it. But the electric screwdriver has been nice, because I was always of the mindset I don't really need one. I've got these M12 drills and impacts, but it's in a pouch. Again, I carry pouches all the time. It's just so much easier. That Vessel is just like a screwdriver, takes up the same amount of room as a screwdriver, works just like a screwdriver. Really nice to have. I haven't seen a Works one. I've had the Works Power Shot or something like that. It's the only Works thing I've ever owned. It was like the spray power washer where you can put a hose into a bucket of water or lake or whatever else. They were kind of like one of the first ones to come out with that kind of a thing. Of course, now they've got them, and like DeWalt's got one, Ryobi's got one. But I bought the Works Power Shot a long time ago, just to have whenever I was working on that campus that I worked at. So if I needed to, because there were some places I'd go to wash something off and I wouldn't have water anywhere close, and it was just easier to carry a bucket of water and have that thing to kind of rinse stuff off or something like that, instead of having to 200 feet of water hoses to get to wherever it was. Tools and Tactics just did a video on the 8-inch Knipex diagonal cutters. He is right on. I got a 6-inch pair, and they are much better. I think all mine are 8 inches. I don't think I've got any of the smaller ones, but I like the angled head ones better. They're in my MP2X. I've got 2 or 3 pairs of these because I was getting there for a while when Lowe's was selling Knipex. They were selling like a set of these. I want to say a pair of lineman pliers, which mine are in my ceiling tile box. A pair of 10-inch Cobras, which those are in my truck probably too. A pair of these, I think, was in there with it. And then also, I think I got some needle nose in here. Yeah. So it was a pair of 10-inch Cobras, a pair of needle nose like this pair of the cutters, a pair of 8-inch diagonals, and a pair of lineman pliers. And a guy, I don't know if he worked at Lowe's or what, but he was selling them on Facebook for like, I want to say $80 or something like that. So I bought one whole set of them from him. And then like a week later, he had them on there again for $80. And I was like, I'm going to buy another one because I was going to buy another set of 10-inch Cobras or something anyways. And I'm like, well, shoot, by the time you buy the Cobras, and if I was to buy one more pair of any of them, it's the rest of them's pretty much free. So I ended up with a bunch of these, like of different ones. I gave some to my buddy, and then I've kept some of them in here. But that's how I ended up with so many 8-inch pair of diagonals. But I prefer the angled version. Michael said, I definitely like the form of the vessel, so much smaller than the rest. That's why I like the vessel. One is I use the vessel screwdriver anyways, and there's no difference of using that vessel electric screwdriver. Like I can grab it out of my pouch and it feels just like I grabbed this out of my pouch. And then that way you can manually use it. It feels like you're using a screwdriver. That's why I like it. Like the only ones I've got is the vessel, and then I got that skill one I made a video for. It stays in my house. It's not too big, but it's bigger than the vessel. It's more like a cylinder type thing. Steve said there's a work electric screwdriver. Yeah, that's the one that Someway's been talking about. You should look up the new Bosch 3 Pro. I don't believe it's been released in the U.S. yet. Matt HMM that was just in here, he left. He got the Bosch 3 Pro, the Vessel USB Purple Galaxy, and then also a Makita. He did a whole Amazon Japan order because he's been sending me pictures and emails, and he got some sort of Makita, almost kind of like the DeWalt, where it's got the pistol grip and also straight, does that kind of thing. But he got that, so I'm waiting to see what he says about it. Clint said, I lied. I just bought the Knipex 5-piece pliers wrench set off Woot. Couldn't wait till after the live. What's up, Nasty HVACR? Yeah, you can't really go wrong with Knipex on pliers. So far for me. Like, that's what I tell everybody to ask. I'm like, I've not bought a pair that I'm just like, no, these aren't any good, of any of them. Like I said, there's not like, I'm not saying that there is like Knipex here and then like everybody else is here. I'm just saying, I know that if I buy a pair of Knipex pliers, I'm not going to be mad about it. Like there's nothing about it that I'm going to be like, oh, I don't like this. It's going to perform as well as any of the other ones that I've got, if not better. I think he got the Makita impact pin driver. I think that's what it was. I don't know the model numbers and stuff on them, but I know his was like a white and black color in the picture. I have the Makita. I've used it for a very long time. It's great. I remember back in the day, probably one of the first power tool, and almost everybody in my area had them. It was a Makita that kind of did that same kind of thing. It was the bluish teal color, but it was maybe it was either 9.6 volt or 14 volt or something like that. But everybody had them, like especially HVAC people. Everybody had them. But I remember when that was a big thing. There's not a lot of Makita in my area anymore. Very rarely I ever see somebody on a job site that's got Makita tools in my area, which there's not really. Like I said, my Home Depot's got a very, very small section of it, like not hardly any at all. And that's other than maybe supply houses, and none of the supply houses I go to even have them. Like most of the supply houses I go to, even HVAC stuff's got Milwaukee and stuff in it as their main thing in there sitting around. Plumbing place is Milwaukee. The electrical place I go to has got Milwaukee. The HVAC place I go to has Milwaukee as like out in their showroom. That's the bulk of what their tools are. Have you seen the purple vessel electric screwdriver? I think it might be called the Galaxy or something. It is. That Matt's got that one too. Like I said, he ordered that and the Bosch 3 Pro, but they came out basically with this Galaxy series. I think I threw away my little tag of the vessel. That's what these screwdrivers are, but just in the electric version. But they came out with an electric. If they had an electric version that was red, I'd buy it. I've got 2 electric versions already though, which is plenty for me because I don't really need another one, but I would buy a red one probably if they had it. But he did say that the like you can see, which I could see that now that I've got the red ones, because like you can see all the way through this almost a little bit. He said you can see like the inner workings of that screwdriver, like the purple one and all that stuff too. He said it looks a lot cooler in person than like what you see as far as looking at the picture of it whenever you're going to buy it. Yeah, he said he loves it since it's see-through. I don't think they've got anything in the USB other than the purple. I haven't seen any other colors. Like I said, they've got in the Tang through, I've seen blue, red, and gray. I don't know if they've got other than that, but that's the 3 I've seen. But I think in the electric version, I think they've only got the purple. Yeah, it's Matt HMM. He just left to go eat dinner or something or other. He's normally in here. He probably sends me more tool things to look at than I look up on deals of the day and everything else. He sends me pictures in my email all the time. He's the one that let me know that these were now available on Amazon US, and I went and bought them because I knew they were on Amazon Japan, and I wasn't wanting to order them until I had some other stuff I was going to order. I was eventually going to get them, but then he showed me that they were on Amazon US, and I picked them up that day on the vessel screwdrivers. Do you have maybe angled Knipex Cobalt? I would like to know if they're better than the standard one. I've only got the straight ones, but I would think I would like the angled ones because if you need to get down close to something on the ground, Knipex actually sent me those. I didn't buy those, which now that I've got them, I'd be like, man, you need a pair of these. I've told everybody that. They cut anything. But I could see, like, if I was going to buy a pair, I think I would probably buy the angled ones because, like, I think about, like, you trying to get down close to the floor on something to cut something off or something like that, or in close to something to cut it off, whether it's a board on a wall or whatever else, you'd have more finger room if it was an angled head. That's why I like my diagonals being angled. I just like the access that I get with those. So I think I would actually like the angled ones better. Not had them, so I don't know, but in my mind, I think I would like them better. Have you ordered some Weehaw Max Tor bits yet? No, I haven't yet. I've got a really long list of my Amazon wish list. I probably need to. A long time ago, I made a video where I screen recorded my Amazon wish list, scrolling down through it and then talking about it, and was having you guys tell me what you thought about certain things because I throw stuff in there all the time. I've got a crazy long Amazon wish list. I probably ought to do another one of those. It was a long time ago whenever I did it. And just asking you guys about the stuff that I've got in my wish list, because there's stuff I've thrown in there that some of them are suggestions from you guys. Some of them are stuff I just find, and it's not something I just want to look more into, but I don't have the time whenever I see it. I just save it and put it in my wish list, and I look at it later, or it's just stuff I'm watching the price on to see if it ever drops. Yeah, I need to get on Amazon Japan and see, because there's always some stuff on there that you don't ever see here. I haven't been on there for a while. I've also got some gift card from I got to go to the Amazon UK, and I've got like $38 worth of whatever that is over there, whatever their currency is, because there's certain links. Apparently, if you use the links on Amazon, they will, if you're in the Amazon UK, if they have the same option as whatever it is I made a link to, but they've got it in your UK store as well. They ship, you buy that, but then it gives me credit, and I'm as a Amazon UK gift card instead of the Amazon US one as far as the affiliate link stuff. So I've got $38 worth of, or 38 whatever worth of UK money to spend over on Amazon UK that I got to find something. Like I said, I appreciate everybody using the links and stuff like that. It's very simple. It doesn't cost anybody anything, and it just helps out, gives me more tool money to buy stuff to do on the channel. Because like I said, anybody that goes and clicks on it, even if you don't buy whatever that thing is, if you buy something else on Amazon or whatever else, I get something for sending you to Amazon, basically. And it's a very small amount, but if a lot of people do it, it adds up to where, I can buy a set of screwdrivers or whatever else. I've been waiting for this rain to stop so I go inside and not get soaked. But yeah, there's not a lot of new stuff that I know of that's coming out, that other than the veto bags whenever they hit in March. But I don't know of anything other than the pack out drawer. I know a lot of people are waiting for that, but I personally don't even need that now. Now that I got that Klein adapter, because I was basically just wanting a single drawer in the back of my truck and not a box. So that's taking care of that for me. So I don't even think I'm going to buy that. I am in the kind of the market for a SDS Max drill if I find a crazy good deal on one. But it's not something I have to have, so it's going to have to be a really good deal, or I'm going to have to wait till the day. If I don't get a really good deal, I'll just be buying one the next time I need one. And then I still haven't decided on the M12 rotary hammer. I would have to catch a really good deal on that too, the new version that has the chipping and stuff. If I find a really good deal on that, I may end up buying that and upgrading that tool and then selling my other one. But I'm not going to unless like I'm getting some kind of good deal on it. I'm not going to pay close to regular price for it. TPG said a new Holterforce pencil. Well, luckily I've got enough of them. I think I've got like 4 of them. So this one now, since I broke the holster, is just going to have to become my workbench pencil, and I'll just be carrying it around like this, like I always do. Which 9 times out of 10, that's where that pencil's at anyways. That's a habit I've had forever. I used to even put my regular leaded pencils and everything else, I'd always carry it in my mouth and it'd be all chewed up. So even if I have this in my pocket like this and I've got a holster right there, after I'm done marking with it, it always ends up right here at the hotel worker. Talon. Just picked up the Klein CL810. I'd have to look that up. I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Klein CL810. I'll look that up real fast. Klein. Oh, meter, CL810 meter. Clamp meter. I've never had a Klein meter. I had a Southwire one a long time ago, because my back whenever I only had this fluke right here, this one was the meter I used forever. I mean, I had this for a really long time before I bought the Fluke 324. So I had this meter. This one worked for me most of the time. It does just about anything I needed it to do, but it doesn't have capacitance on it. So I bought a Southwire meter just to have capacitance for if I went to, check on some units or whatever and I needed capacitance. But then after I bought the Fluke 324, then I got rid of that South. I gave it to somebody. I think I gave it to a guy that was working with me. And then that's when this became my workbench meter. Because I actually like this meter right here. I like the little kickstand on it and all that kind of stuff. But I used that meter for a really long time. Talon has a version of the BitCheck Plus, which looks better than the Vera, has metric and SAE sockets. I'll look that up too. That's interesting. Is it on Amazon? The Talon. You're on late tonight, Ray's apartment maintenance. Yeah, it's raining like crazy outside, and I can't talk myself into walking out into it and going to the house, so I'm waiting to see if it slows down. What's it called? A Toolant. If I put in like a bit check or something, will it come up, you think? I'm just going to do Toolant bit set. Did you see it on Amazon, Elliot, or was it on like another website? Lowe's. His little Debbie might melt. I'm going to search it on Chrome. I didn't see it on Amazon. Toolant bit check. All right, here she is. It's Toolant. $39.99 too. That's pretty cheap. I guess right now they've only got it maybe where you can buy it directly from them. Let's see if I get that picture of it. I can't see what I'm looking at with y'all, so I got to come around here. Yeah, it's not bad looking. That's it's a little flex head ratchet, it looks like too. Well, that's kind of neat. If that was on Amazon, I'd go ahead and get one to look at it, but also it is on Amazon. Toolant Tool Care Pro. This one's a Toolant 52 piece. I'm going to search that on Amazon, see if I can find it. Toolant 52 piece. Now that's a screw. Yeah, there it is. So it is on Amazon. 45. That's getting close to the Vera BitCheck price on Woot though. But yeah, you do get SA. I mean, it's more sockets in that for sure though. I mean, it's a whole set. So it's not bad. And like I said, it's a flex head ratchet. That's the Vera one's not a flex head ratchet. So you get a 5.5 3/16, 6 millimeter quarter, 7 5/16, 8 11/32, 10 3/8, 12. So I mean that's pretty good. Hex driver, so you got your hex set, you got square 1, 2, and 3. Socket adapter. Yeah, it's a pretty good set. I'm gonna add that to the wish list. I'll look at that in a little while. Free delivery Saturday, February 1st. I would question the bit fit, especially Hex and Torx. Yeah, I've never had anything from that brand. But the selection of what's in there is pretty good, though. CRV steel for sockets, and then S2 steel for bits is what it says. Is your wish list public? I don't know. I have to look and see. I know I've got a public list. I've got in my Amazon store, I got all kinds of lists like Klein tools I own and stuff like that. All those are public. But I don't know if I've got my wish list moved to public or not. I have to look and see. I know I have something that was public that wasn't in my Klein store. That was a normal list that I was running, but I can't remember if that is or not. You've got, and they're a bit sloppy. Okay. Lowe's had a DeWalt oscillating tool and battery 80. Mine has that too. I saw it. It's the same one that I ended up getting for 99. It was I got mine. I don't remember if I think I got mine on Amazon, but Amazon, Home Depot, and Lowe's, all three had them, I think, for $99. That same set there for the Black Friday deal. And they were on sale. I saw mine had them for $80 too. They only had like one left, but that's a really good oscillating tool. I took it and I sold the 20 volt. I sold the battery that came with it and the charger and the bag. I think I sold it to a guy for $40 or something like that. So I ended up having $60 in mine whenever I got all said and done with it. And then I bought the Milwaukee battery adapter. Clint's got a toilet ratcheting wrench set. Hex drivers are nice, good quality for the price. Yeah, like I said, to get SAE sockets, and I wonder how that size of that case is in comparison to the Vera. But to have all those sockets in one set, to me, again, that's way more useful than the Vera. That's what I like, the Klein flip socket, you know, the 3/8 pass-through set. It's out there in my truck. Is more versatile just because you've got metric and SAE. I mean, you need to have it to where you're covered on all of them if you can do that. Because it never fails. If you've only got one set with you, whatever it is you need is not that set. TPG said, be right back. I'm probably going to get off here, TPG. I'm going to have to go ahead and just eat it because I don't think it's going to quit raining. Eddie said, sorry, I'm late. Catch me up from the beginning. Well, the Klein pencil... no, I've already covered it like 10 times. But it was KG4GAV that won, so you didn't win, Eddie. And I'm fixing to get off here. I'm just going to have to get wet. That's all there is to it. I've been waiting for it to quit raining. But I don't think it's supposed to stop till like 4 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So if I stayed on here till 4 o'clock in the morning, that would be a handyman live stream. I think he's just the handyman. Y'all watch the handyman? There's the handyman experience. I watch his videos. And then there's just the handyman. The handyman's got quite a few subscribers. Like, he's a bigger channel. The handyman experience, he's always just filming his work. He's the guy who says, I'm going to get you guys some shots, and, you know, covers it up out of his van. Is the Milwaukee 26-26-20 oscillating tool any good? Which one is that? Is that I don't know the model numbers off the top of my head. If it's a M18 one, I haven't tried an M18 one, but the M12 one's good. But Vaco makes a big check of sorts. I know I saw Hazet's got one too that's supposed to be pretty good. I think maybe B-Zug might have that one. I might have saw that on his channel. Hopefully, maybe see y'all Saturday. Thanks again, MM. You're welcome, Clint. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be on here Saturday. In the morning, I'm going to a class for a men's retreat. And then I don't know what time I'm going to get back. I don't know if I'll have a live before the guest of trade or anything like that. I'll be back for the guest of trade, but I don't know if I'll have a live before the guest of trade. Depends on what time I get back. But I am going to go ahead and get off here, get inside, spend some time with Miss Maintenance, I guess. I've been on here for a while, I think. Let me look and see. I don't even know because I can't see. Yeah, I've been on here for a little while. I'm just going to have to get wet. But congratulations to KG4 GAV. Again, I'll probably go in and if you haven't heard from me, look up by email. It's in the description of that video. And just email me, and then I'll give you a code word to put in one of your comments just to make sure that you are who you say you are, and not somebody just saying, hey, I'm that person, I won, here's my address, and I send it to the wrong person. So I will end up probably commenting on yours if I can find it, if I remember to, but make sure you get a hold of me. And again, there'll be more giveaways. Like I said, I just decided I didn't need that. He didn't know I'd already ordered one, and I knew it was going to be hard to get a hold of. So instead of me taking it back to Harbor Freight and getting money back, I just decided I'd go ahead and send one to one of you guys. Maybe it makes it to where one of you can get it a little bit earlier than having to wait around and check on Harbor Freight 15,000 times. So, but I'm going to get off here, and we'll see y'all on the next one. I got to go around here and turn you off. Hopefully YouTube fixes that.